So what we have here is a really popular automation tool that is fairly good for small, medium, or even large size businesses that aims to capture missed or reignites dead leads. So I will explain. So this is Uniting Air, an air conditioning installer in Adelaide. So they've got a variety of inquiry forms. This one's on their website. They've also got like Facebook paid ads where there's an inquiry form for a prospect to potentially put their, details, their requests in. And that is all connected to the AI automation system that we've set up. So here, for example, this is their website. Sarah comes in, a potential prospect. She says, her ducted air conditioning is dying. It's 20 years old. She puts in her details. She's from Henley Beach. Now, the key thing to pay attention here is that it's 9 p.m. She submits this, and within 60 seconds, see how there's a chain of events occurring, all because she clicked on that form. She gets a SMS within that 60 seconds. Now this SMS is actually tailored. So it's not just a generic, oh, thanks for your inquiry. It's 9 p.m. We'll get back to you during business hours. It actually mentions the fact that it's, she's in Henley Beach. I've got your detail. When's a good time for us to call? She also gets an email, and that email will be even more tailored and personalized. So because the AI has detected that, she's from Henley Beach, for that credibility factor, so the AI will go through the database inside of Uniting Air, and it'll analyze and see all of the suburbs that they've recently done work on. If they see Henley Beach suburbs with photos, they might say, here's some recent installs that we've done across your area. So the email will disclose how the job is completed with these 3 steps. It's got the credibility factor there. Now, if Sarah does reply to either the email or the SMS, it's now characterized as a hot lead. A real SMS will be sent to the salesperson or the owner of Uniting Air. Now, the AI stops there. The human or the owner will now follow up this client. All of the other leads where the prospect doesn't really answer to any of our SMSs or emails will be transferred to another chain of events. And here's the full sequence here. So essentially what it does is that, after 4 hours, it might SMS again. Day 2, there'll be an email. Day 4, there'll be another SMS. And by day 9, if they haven't responded, it'll get filtered in an old lead database. So for example, if Sarah never replied to any of our inquiries, she would have been characterized as a cold lead. Now, this old lead reactivator will automatically SMS Sarah and give a personalized response. So it'll know what Sarah previously inquired about, whether it was a month ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and it'll do the same to every other cold lead in Uniting Air's database, such as Dean here. He asked about a Fujitsu ducted system back in March 2023. Because the fact that it's personalized and it's quite, human-like, this will better convert than a generic response like, you've inquired with us before. If you'd like any repairs or anything like that, please contact us on blah, blah, blah. This literally seems like a human wrote this one. If he replies, yeah, go on Tuesday if you can, that automatically gets sent to the salesperson or owner to follow up the sales process. And this old lead reactivator will message as many leads as what it thinks is worthy. Now, obviously, it's not going to contact every person in the database because we're definitely very mindful of, not spamming people and stuff like that. There'll be a set amount of parameters where we can justify a message, and we will talk to the client, the owner in this case, to pretty much gauge whether or not you'd want this prospect to be contacted. For example, like we won't message someone who's contacted 2 months ago, maybe it's a year or older, and things like that. So there's so many custom parameters that we can set up because every business is completely different. So yeah, this is automation 1 and automation 2, and this is part of our growth system. So yeah, if you go to our website, this is part of our AI growth kit, and everything is explained on this page. If you're an AI agency and you thought this is a good idea and you want to run this for your customers, message me and I can send you a list of instructions on how I built this exact thing. You can use a variety of different platforms to construct this automation. What's popular is GoHighLevel. I didn't use that, but that can be good too. I use trigger.dev and Claude Code. So just those two platforms can build this entire thing. So yeah, let me know if you're after the full set of instructions.